Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be diving into another machine on the VulnHub, which is HackNos OS-hackNos-3. The link will be put in the video below so that you can download it and play it on your own. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now, let's head over to Kali Linux to begin with. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target machine. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. Let me make the font to be bigger so you can see what's going on exactly. All right, as you can see over here, the IP address of the target machine could be recognized as 254. So what shall we do next? We need to perform port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So now we can simply get out its result. So as you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, default script scan, the version scan, full range port scan. The last of option of all is ON to output the result into this file. From the map scanning, we can tell that the target machine has two open ports. The first one, 22. The surface is SSH or secure shell surface, and also we can get the version information, including its version number 8.0. I don't think we can find any workable exploit for this particular version. The second one is 80, and the surface is HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And also we can get the version information, including the version number, Apache 2. So I think it's quite clear what we are going to do next. We need to emulate web application, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser to perform manual emulation first. Press enter. So we got this site back from the target machine, and there is picture. We can save this picture to our Kali Linux, and as usual we can check its source code, but nothing interesting here. Next, let me bring back the terminal window because I'm going to check whether this image has hidden message. And the command I'm going to run is exif2. And this command can give us all metadata of this picture. Let's scroll up. We fail to find anything suspicious or interesting. Next, let me launch hide extract bg no passphrase seek. So couldn't find a valid passphrase. In a nutshell, we can't find anything hidden in the image. Let's go ahead. Next, we can try to access robots file. Robots, but not found. Nicto. You know, I always use Nicto to emulate the web application, and this utility can, of course, is installed by default in any Kali Linux distribution. As you can see here, the version information, you know, directory indexing found. So maybe we can have a look at this directory scripts, and we can find 3 files. 3 of them are PHP, and the remaining is Perl. Let's open. So unable to create ticket. No message. So we got something back when we access this Perl script. Perl script used for remote email piping. Scroll down. Nothing interesting here. So how about the last one? So next, let me launch GoBuster to perform directory enumeration. And scripts upload. Good. We can access this upload. PGP. But nothing in here. Check its source code or view its source code. This is empty page. So how about devil? Let's access this directory. Devil. This is a support center support ticket system. And welcome to the support center. We can open a new ticket. So I think we can check whether this version, this CMS or application is vulnerable. Let me use such a sprite. So the name of CMS is support ticket system. So WordPress, of course, these are not what we are interested in. Support ticket. Nothing in here. And also we can try to sign in with like admin and admin to sign in. So access denied. So open new ticket. Possibly this application is not vulnerable. But anyway, we can note down this information as we move forward. So next, we find another directory. Press enter. Leave a page. So I think this directory is another application. Surface. This on the top, although they look like hyperlink, but they are not. Just some sort of anchor, redirect to different place in the same page, on the same page. But on the bottom, we can find this username. Oh, not username, this email. But nothing else. We also can check its source code. Scroll down. Seems, from the source code, we guess this should be another CMS. And to get more information or get a better picture about this application, we can make deeper directory enumeration, right? Websec. Press enter. And here, logging admin. We can access this directly admin. And here, this is user login page. And we must submit email. Up to this point, we only find one email. So we can use this one to, oh sorry, not here. And we can password like admin login. And we can try to use bypass technique. Anything login, but we still got error, wrong email or password. So what do we have to do next? It's time to make brute forcing against this user login page, because we have nothing else we can do. So how to do? Let me show you. And although you can use SUID, but I prefer to use Hydra, which is more efficient. We can open up inspect to and navigate to network tab, and we can supply the email again and log in. And then the browser can give us the request. Of course, the method is post. So let me, maybe we can stop the go buster. Let's launch Hydra, and the username is email, and we can, by default, we always use locq wordlist locq, and IP address of the target machine, and the service post form, and we need to specify the login page. We can get this login page or entry point or endpoint from the browser, and we need to get the request payload. So we can copy what I'm doing. We need to copy this payload. Okay. However, we need to replace this actual email by placeholder user, and password field. We need to use different name for this placeholder, and we can use the column to separate between each field. Next, we need to specify the message when we submit incorrect username and password. So I think we do not need to use entire message. Keywords which can be used to identify is enough. So now we can press enter. Unfortunately, this locq word list doesn't work. When I did the machine the first time, I ran it for about 20 minutes, but still unsuccessful. Instead, we need to create our own word list. Okay, to save the time of this video, I'd like to interrupt this attack, because I'm going to, create our own word list with Q, and the depth is 2, and we can specify the page I want to crawl, websec, and we can save it to like a word list. think it's done. How many words? Not too big, just 54 words in this file. Next, let me launch Hydra again, but I'm going to use different with the list. Let's press enter one more time to see whether we can get back the valid password. If we can, and then we can log in to the web application. Yeah, without too much time, we find the password for this email or this user. We can copy and the email. So now we can click login. It does work. Fantastic. So what are we going to do next? We need here Gila CMS version. So this is the CMS we can use, such as Sprite, to check whether we can find its vulnerability. So I think this one has local file inclusion vulnerability. And even has authenticated remote code execution. Of course, we can take this Python script to exploit or to perform exploitation with this web application. Alternatively, I'd like to manually exploit this application. So how to do? We can go to, since we have already got access to this administration panel or administrators panel, whatever, and here you can see the content file manager. So it means that I think it would be very easy to to manage file, for example, like uploading file. And I've already got this web shell file ready. So next, I'm going to upload it to the target machine. As you can see, without any restriction, we successfully uploaded this file or this web shell to the target machine. Okay, but where this uploaded file is living, if you navigate to access directory, you can find it, and then we can get initial foothold by accessing this file. But before we access this file, we can set up the list on the Linux waiting for collection. Since this file lives under access directory, so now we can access websec and access shell.php. However, we got the error forbidden. We don't have permission to access this resource. Very interesting. Although we have already uploaded this file to the target machine. So what's wrong? So above this file, we can find this htaccess. And you can see because the author or the developer has configured to deny all files, PHP file. So this is the reason why we got an error of forbidden. And to solve this issue, it's very simple. We can remove it and save. And then if we go back to this tab and click enter, you see we have already got access or collection from the target machine. Beautiful. And we can spawn an interactive shell by Python. Version 2 is available. PDOI spawn. And then we can, maybe also I'm going to define environment variable term. Then we can clear screen whenever to get a bigger space on the window. and we can clear. There is only one normal user, black devil, and we can get out is user flag. And next we can navigate to opt directory, nothing here. And so the backups, nothing here. Go to www, HTML, the devil, the several subdirectories. Maybe it would be wiser to upload NumPy shell script to perform automatic enumeration. Okay, I've already got this script ready. In order to upload this script to the target machine, we can take different approaches. But for me, I prefer this way. We can set up a web server on the Linux with Python 3. And then we can go back to the text shell and we can use wget to upload NumPy, and we can make it executable, and then we can run it. Very easy. You know, when we try to make lateral movement or privilege escalation, in most cases we should make use of this script. I mean, NumPy shell script, because this can enumerate the target machine automatically and comprehensively. I think we have already found a vector which can allow us to elevate privilege, possibly CPU limit. And we can go to the website of GTF OBIMS. And what we have to do next, we just simply copy this part and the CPU limit and paste in here. As you can see from the hash symbol, we know we are successful, and we can navigate to root directory to grab the root flag without any difficulty. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a nice day, please.